You lose a board game with friends. You smile, you say it's fine, just a game. But something inside you broke, physically. It hurts. That's the taste of defeat. You hate this feeling more than you want to win. In this video, we'll break down the psychology of people for whom losing isn't just disappointment, it's pain. Most people want to win. That's normal. But there are those who don't just want to win. They hate losing. What's the difference? The first get pleasure from winning. The second get pain from losing. For the first, the process matters. For the second, only the result. The first play to win. The second play to not lose. It's not the same thing. Psychologist Dweck describes this as the difference between approach motivation and avoidance motivation. The first is striving for success. The second is avoiding failure. When you hate losing, you live in avoidance mode, constantly. Where does this come from? Childhood. A child plays, wins, parents smile, hug, they're proud. You did great, we love you. But if they lose, parents turn away. Silence. Coldness. You disappointed us. You could have done better. Why didn't you try harder? Or worse. Criticism, anger, punishment. You embarrass the family. You're worthless. Until you win, don't come near me. The child learns the equation. Victory equals love. Defeat equals rejection. Not I lost, but I'm not loved anymore. A University of Essex study from 2018, children whose parents provided emotional support only during success showed pathological intolerance to failure in adulthood. My worth equals my results. Losing equals I'm worth nothing. Bobby Fischer, a chess genius. At 13, he lost a tournament game. Stories say his mother, cold, demanding, didn't speak to him for 3 days. Fischer didn't sleep for 3 nights. He analyzed every move. Again and again and again. He said later, losing wasn't just losing, it was proof that I didn't deserve to exist. At 29, he became world champion, the strongest chess player on the planet. But at 33, he refused to defend his title. Why? Because the fear of losing was stronger than the desire to remain champion. One loss would destroy everything. Again. He chose not to play at all. Hatred of losing doesn't motivate. It destroys. How does it feel now? You're playing anything. A video game, cards, sports. You lose, adrenaline, your heart pounds, your jaw clenches. You tell yourself it's just a game, but your body doesn't listen. You can't stop. One more time. Again and again. Not because it's fun, but because you can't end on a loss. Victory doesn't bring joy, it brings relief. Defeat doesn't bring disappointment, it brings rage. Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest basketball player in history, admitted, I didn't play to win. I played to not lose. Winning gives satisfaction for an hour. Losing torments for months. Jordan created imaginary enemies. He made up insults that never happened to fuel his hatred of losing. The playoff finals. An opposing player said, "Good luck," a normal phrase. Jordan took it as mockery and played the best game of the season. After the win, he admitted he didn't mean anything by it, but I needed to hate him. Otherwise, I couldn't play. This isn't healthy motivation, it's obsession. You don't enjoy the process, you endure it. Why does this happen? Neurobiology. A study by Robert Sapolsky at Stanford University. Losing activates the same brain regions as physical pain. The anterior cingulate cortex, the same area that responds to a broken bone. For your brain, losing isn't a metaphor for pain. It's literal pain. But why do some people feel this more intensely? 2 factors. First, lose aversion. Daniel Kahneman, a Nobel laureate, proved people feel losses twice as strongly as gains. But for some, this coefficient isn't 2, it's 5 or 10. Lose feels catastrophic. Second, identity. For most people, losing a game is just losing a game. For those who hate losing, it's losing yourself. You're not I lost, you're a loser. Not I played poorly, but I am bad. Psychologist Albert Bandura calls this fragile high self-esteem. Self-esteem is high, but fragile. It depends on results. Losing equals a threat to identity. What's the cost? You can't enjoy the process. Playing with friends, hobbies, sports, everything becomes a test. You avoid anything where you might lose, even if it's interesting. New equals risk of losing equals avoidance. Victory doesn't bring joy, only relief. Defeat destroys. Every time. Serena Williams, one of the greatest tennis players, 23 Grand Slam titles. She admitted, "I never celebrate victories, I just prepare for the next match. I hate losing, but I consider it a good lesson." 23 titles, not a single day of real joy. This is the cost of hating to lose. You can achieve a lot, but you won't be able to enjoy it. If you recognized yourself, you're not alone. This isn't weakness, it's a mechanism. Understanding what's happening is already a step, not toward fixing it, but toward understanding why you react this way. You hate losing, and that's part of you.